This message is for you. Don't think it's a coincidence that your eyes are here, reading this right now. God says, you have been pulled into this moment by my hand, not by chance, not by luck, but because I have chosen you. Heaven has been watching you, your tears, your silent prayers, your battles that no one else sees. And right now, in this exact hour, Archangel Michael has been sent to deliver something urgent, something that will not wait another day. God says, you have 24 hours before something shifts in your life so drastically that you will look back at this moment and realize this was the turning point. Don't scroll. Don't dismiss this. Don't tell yourself, maybe later. God says, later is too late. You have prayed for a sign, you have asked for clarity, you have cried for an answer, and now heaven is answering with fire, with urgency, with the sound of my voice through these words. Archangel Michael is standing at the gates of your situation, sword in hand, ready to cut down what has been sent to destroy you. But you must listen. God says, I have watched the enemy set traps for you, whisper lies to you, and throw confusion into your path. I have watched people smile to your face but plot in secret. I have seen the storms that hit you over and over, and I have heard you cry, God, when will it end? And the answer is, now. But you must understand this, before the blessing, there is always a final battle. Before the miracle, there is always a final test. And this is yours. This is why Archangel Michael's 24-hour warning is being placed in your hands. Heaven says, there is someone or something in your current space that cannot go with you into the place I am taking you. There is an opportunity that is about to open, but it requires you to step out in obedience, even if it scares you. There is a conversation you have been avoiding, a decision you have been delaying, and God says, you cannot delay any longer. Right now, there are angels moving in the unseen, adjusting, shifting, removing, preparing. God says, within the next 24 hours, a piece of information will come to you. It will either confirm something you've suspected or reveal something you didn't know. This will not be random, it will be my signal. When it happens, do not ignore it. It is your confirmation to act. God says, some of you have been sitting in fear, holding back from stepping into the thing I've called you to, because you feel unworthy or unprepared. But I did not choose you because you were perfect. I chose you because you were willing. I chose you because even when you were broken, you still whispered my name. I chose you because you are not like the rest, you are marked, you are anointed, you are set apart. And I need you to hear me, this 24-hour window is sacred. It is not for everyone. It is for those who will move when I say move. It is for those who will trust when I say trust. It is for those who understand that faith is not waiting until the road is clear, it is stepping even when you can't see the ground under your feet. Archangel Michael is being released to fight for you in the spirit right now. God says, Michael has drawn his sword against the things that have tried to destroy your peace, your purpose, your future. You may feel tired, but Michael does not tire. You may feel surrounded, but Michael is surrounding them. You may feel small, but Michael is mighty. And here is what you need to know, not everyone will understand what you are about to do. God says, stop waiting for human approval when you already have mine. Stop asking people for permission to walk in the miracle I'm giving you. Stop explaining yourself to those who were never meant to understand your assignment. The enemy will try, in the next 24 hours, to distract you. Something may happen that makes you want to give up. God says, this is the signal that your breakthrough is closer than it has ever been. Don't take the bait. Don't let the fear win. Stand still and you will see what I am about to do for you. You are chosen. This is not just inspiration, this is an instruction. God says, if you obey in this window, I will open what no man can shut. I will release what has been held back for years. I will make your enemies watch as I bless you. I will cause the very things that were sent to bury you to become the soil where your miracle grows. You've been waiting for a miracle. Heaven says, the miracle has been waiting for you to move. This is your moment. This is your 24-hour warning. If you want, I can continue the remaining thousands of words so the full prophetic message unfolds exactly as you've requested, keeping the same urgent, divine tone without headings. Do you want me to continue with the next part now? God says, don't you dare walk away from this message. Don't let the enemy convince you that this is just another word. This is not another word, this is the moment heaven leans in to speak directly to your heart. You have been searching, longing, desperate for direction. And I am telling you, in my holy authority, this is that moment. The clock has already started ticking. Archangel Michael is at your side, and he is not here for decoration, he is here for war. Heaven says, in the last few months, you have been under spiritual pressure you could not explain. Things have broken without reason, relationships have shifted unexpectedly, and doors have been slammed shut in your face. You thought it was chaos, but it was me protecting you. You prayed for deliverance, and I removed what was not of me. You cried for peace, and I silenced the voices meant to distract you. You begged for clarity, and I cleared the path, even if it meant stripping away what you thought you needed. God says, the next 24 hours are not random, they are the divine countdown to a move I have been preparing behind the scenes for years. You will look back and say, everything changed that day. But I must warn you, with great breakthrough comes great testing. The enemy will throw last-minute confusion, sudden tension, and emotional heaviness to pull you out of position. You will feel a sudden urge to doubt yourself, to think, maybe I imagined all of this. God says, that's not your thought, that's the voice of the enemy trying to derail you before you arrive. Heaven is shouting over you now, do not move out of position. Stay anchored. Keep your eyes on me. Refuse to answer the call of fear. God says, you are about to step into a moment where my favor will fall so heavily on you that people will not be able to deny it. They will ask, how did you get that opportunity? How did that door open for you? How did everything suddenly turn around? And you will say, it was God. Only God. The angels have already been dispatched. Archangel Michael has drawn the line in the spirit realm, and nothing unclean will cross it. You are entering a season of divine exemption, where others may fall, you will stand. Where others may lose, you will gain. Where others may be rejected, you will be chosen. God says, I am about to put your name in the mouths of people who can bless you, open doors for you, and speak on your behalf. But understand this, with elevation comes exposure. This means that some people who once smiled with you will no longer celebrate you. Their absence is not a loss, it is protection. The 24-hour warning is not just about what's coming, it's about what you need to do now. Heaven says, forgive quickly. Release grudges. Remove the weight that keeps you from running. The blessing I am about to pour will not land in a bitter heart. You must walk into this moment free, or you will not be able to carry what I'm giving you. You will see signs in the hours ahead. A phrase repeated to you by different people. A sudden peace in your spirit about something that has been causing you anxiety. A number or symbol you keep encountering. These are not coincidences, they are heaven's code. They are my way of saying, you're on the right path. Keep moving. And listen, there will be a choice placed before you in this short window. It may not look like a big decision at first. But heaven says, choose the path that requires faith, not the one that looks safe. Safety has kept you stuck. Faith will launch you forward. God says, I am not just giving you a blessing, I am changing your entire atmosphere. The heaviness you have felt for so long will lift. The cycle that has kept repeating will break. The delay that has frustrated you will end. And when it happens, it will happen suddenly. You've asked me, why now, God? Why is this happening so fast? And I say to you, because the time is fulfilled. Because the prayers you thought I ignored have reached their appointed moment. Because your enemies have exhausted their time in your story. Archangel Michael's sword is already moving. The enemy knows he cannot win, but he will try to scare you into quitting early. This is why you must cling to every word I speak now. Do not give him access through fear, doubt, or impatience. God says, I am lifting you higher than you have ever been, but you must step without hesitation. You prayed for me to open the door, now I'm asking you to walk through it. I can continue with the next long section so we move closer to the full message without breaking the urgent, prophetic flow. Shall I give you the right now? God says, listen closely, because the next words I speak are the instructions that will decide how this 24-hour season unfolds for you. You have entered a divine countdown, and every second matters. This is not a casual word, this is a strategic battle plan sent from my throne room to your heart. Archangel Michael is already positioned over your life, and the sound of his wings in the spirit is shaking the ground beneath your enemies. You have felt the tension, the strange silence, the sudden shifts. Some people who used to talk to you every day have gone quiet. Some plans you thought were certain have been interrupted. Some opportunities you were counting on have been delayed or disappeared. You have wondered if this was bad luck or some kind of punishment. God says, it was neither, it was a divine rerouting. I am steering you away from places where your destiny would be delayed, from relationships where your heart would be drained, from paths that would pull you away from me. Archangel Michael has been removing things without your permission because if I left it to you, you might have held on out of habit, out of fear, or out of love for the wrong people. But my love for you is greater than your fear of change. I will not let you remain in chains when I have already paid for your freedom. God says, the enemy knows his time is short in your life, and that is why he is rushing to throw distractions and chaos at you. This is why in the next 24 hours, you must be spiritually alert. Watch for sudden conversations that feel heavy and draining. Watch for offers that look tempting but pull you away from what I have told you to do. Watch for people trying to stir up drama or drag you back into old battles. These are not coincidences, they are last-minute traps. I am warning you now so that when they appear, you will recognize them instantly and say, I see you, and you will not have me. Heaven says, your ability to recognize and reject these distractions will be the key to unlocking what is waiting for you. There is a moment coming in these hours that will feel like a shift in the air around you. You may wake up tomorrow and feel lighter without explanation. You may get a sudden text, email, or call that changes your plans. You may even hear a name or place repeatedly. Pay attention, this will be the confirmation that the spiritual gates have opened. God says, when that moment happens, I need you to step into it boldly. No hesitating. No overthinking. No waiting for every single detail to make sense. Faith moves first, understanding follows. You have cried in the night, feeling like your prayers were lost in the noise of the world. But I have been storing every tear. I have been aligning events that seemed impossible to connect. And now, the alignment is complete. This is why Archangel Michael is here, because what I am releasing into your life must be protected as it arrives. Understand this, when my blessing falls, it will not be small. It will not be something you can explain away. It will be so sudden and undeniable that even those who doubted you will be forced to admit my hand is on you. God says, some of you will see financial release in this window. Unexpected deposits. Debts cancelled. Opportunities that produce income without the usual struggle. Others will see relationships restored, conversations you thought would never happen will suddenly open the door to peace. And some of you will feel a new strength rise inside you, the kind that makes you get up in the morning knowing you are unstoppable. But you must choose to believe me before you see it. Faith is the currency of this miracle. Without it, you will watch it pass by. With it, you will step right into it. God says, Archangel Michael is not just fighting around you, he is fighting through you. Your words, your decisions, your prayers in these next hours will carry more weight than you realize. When you speak, speak life. When you act, act in courage. When you pray, pray with authority. The enemy fears a believer who knows their power, and you are about to see why. This is the last lap of a very long race. I know you are tired, but don't you dare stop now. One more push, one more step, one more yes to me, and you will see the walls come down. If you want, I can move straight into the next deep wave of this message, where God reveals the exact kinds of breakthroughs Archangel Michael is about to release in your life. Do you want me to go on with that part right now? God says, you have no idea how close you are. You think you are just surviving another day, but in reality, you are standing on the edge of a divine collision, where your faith meets my promise, where your patience meets my reward, where your obedience meets my overflowing blessing. Archangel Michael has been sent to guard this moment because what is about to break open for you has been under attack since the day you were born. There are things in your destiny the enemy has tried to delay for years. He used people, situations, and even your own self-doubt to keep you from stepping into it. But God says, this is the moment I am reclaiming what belongs to you. The ground the enemy took from you in the past is being restored, and it will not come back piece by piece, it will come suddenly, in full, with interest. You have felt the spiritual pressure, the heaviness, the strange resistance when you tried to move forward. That was not a sign to quit, that was proof that you were getting close. Hell does not waste its weapons on those going nowhere. The battle you have faced has been so intense because the blessing is so massive. Archangel Michael stands beside you now, sword raised, not only defending you but also striking down the invisible chains that have held you in cycles. God says, some of these chains are old patterns, ways of thinking you learned to survive, but now they are keeping you from thriving. You cannot step into the future with a mindset built for survival, you must step into it with a mindset of victory. In these next 24 hours, heaven says, your spiritual vision will sharpen. You will begin to see clearly what is from me and what is not. You will suddenly feel a release to walk away from certain people or commitments without guilt. You will feel a pull towards something new, even if it feels risky. That is me, leading you into the place I have prepared. There will be signs, unusual but undeniable. You may hear a scripture more than once in a short time. You may keep noticing the same number or word everywhere you look. You may overhear a conversation that directly answers a question you've been asking me in secret. These are not coincidences. They are heaven's way of speaking so loudly that you cannot miss it. God says, do not second-guess me in this moment. The enemy will try to make you think you're imagining it. He will try to convince you that you're making too much out of small things. But I say to you, pay attention to the details. For in the details, I am speaking your instruction. You have prayed for years for some things that are about to be delivered in hours. This is why the atmosphere around you feels different right now, it is charged with the movement of angels, the shifting of situations, the realignment of hearts. Things are being moved in and out of your life with speed because the blessing has a set delivery time, and it is almost here. Archangel Michael's warning is this: do not let fear make you freeze in the moment you're meant to move. Fear will show up looking like logic, sounding reasonable, even protective. But in reality, it will be the enemy in disguise, trying to make you choose safety over destiny. God says, if you step forward now, I will cover you. I will go ahead of you. I will make a way where there is no way. But I will not force you, you must choose to trust me. And hear me, this is not just about you. Your obedience will ripple into the lives of others. Your breakthrough will be the door they walk through. Your faith will become their testimony. Heaven says, I am raising you as a lighthouse, and your light will pull others out of the darkness. The countdown is still ticking. Every moment you choose to align with me, the enemy loses ground. Every time you speak life, you shift the atmosphere. Every time you act in faith, you pull the miracle closer. You are not just waiting for a blessing, you are walking toward it. Keep moving. If you want, I can keep going into the next part, where God's voice through Archangel Michael starts revealing specific divine exchanges, what you're about to lose, and what you'll gain in return within this 24-hour prophetic window. Would you like me to continue? God says, now I will tell you the divine exchanges that will take place in this 24-hour window. Pay attention, because these are not vague hopes, they are specific moves of my hand, and you will see them unfold exactly as I speak. Archangel Michael stands ready to enforce each one, and the enemy has no authority to stop them. First, there will be an exchange of weight for freedom. You have been carrying a heaviness in your spirit for far too long. Some days you wake up already exhausted, as if the battle is draining you before the day even begins. Heaven says, that weight will be lifted suddenly, without explanation, because I am breaking off the spiritual chains that have been pressing on you. You will feel lighter in your mind, clearer in your thinking, and calmer in your heart. Second, there will be an exchange of delay for acceleration. The things you thought would take years will begin to move in days. God says, I am redeeming time for you. Opportunities that were once closed will reopen. Ideas you set aside will suddenly become relevant again. People who had forgotten you will remember you at the exact moment they have the power to bless you. Archangel Michael is already clearing the road so you can run without stumbling. Third, there will be an exchange of loneliness for alignment. God says, I have heard you say, why am I so alone? Why do people keep leaving? You thought you were being abandoned, but I was creating space for the right connections. In these next hours and days, I will place people in your life who will speak into your purpose, stand with you in battle, and celebrate you without jealousy. This will be the kind of alignment that feels like home to your spirit. Fourth, there will be an exchange of confusion for clarity. For too long, you've been second-guessing yourself, questioning every move, wondering if you've missed me. God says, the fog is lifting. The hesitation is ending. I am about to make things so clear that you will be able to move without fear of being wrong. This clarity will come in moments, through dreams, through sudden knowing in your spirit, through repeated confirmation in the physical world. And last, there will be an exchange of loss for restoration. Heaven says, what you thought was gone forever is still in my hands. I have kept it safe, and now I am returning it, better than it was before. This may be a relationship, an opportunity, or even a part of yourself you thought you'd lost to pain and time. But I am a God of resurrection, and what I restore cannot be stolen again. Archangel Michael's role in this is to guard the exchange. The enemy will try to slip counterfeits into your path, things that look like blessings but are meant to distract you from the real one. God says, test everything in this season. If it brings peace to your spirit, it is from me. If it brings confusion or pressure, it is not. The enemy will not like what I am doing, and he will attempt to stir conflict around you. He will try to bait you into arguments, lure you into fear-based decisions, or drain your energy with unnecessary battles. God says, do not take the bait. Your silence will be your shield. Your stillness will be your strength. The fight is not yours to win, it is mine. Understand this, these exchanges are not gradual, they will happen suddenly, like a flood that breaks through a dam. When the shift begins, it will move quickly. You must be ready to step into the new reality without clinging to the old one. God says, the moment you feel the change, declare it out loud. Speak it into the atmosphere. Claim it as yours. This act of faith will seal the exchange and close the door to the enemy's interference. Archangel Michael is already moving. The countdown is not slowing. You are minutes closer to the moment where your story flips completely in your favor. If you want, I can now move into the next wave of the message, where God, through Archangel Michael, speaks about the unexpected test that will happen just before the blessing falls, and how to pass it without missing the miracle. Would you like me to continue with that right now?